Jebuth. So, at any moment, you must be able to sacrifice what you are now for what you will become. This is true in education, in lifestyle, in art, in friends and family, in conversation. Growth as a human is a prefix to the past tense once it has been accomplished. So, let's work backwards. What we are now is not what we will become, but what we are going to become is why we are doing what we are doing right now. Self-improvement, be the best that you can be. How do you do that? Keep these ideas in mind. Have these at the forefront of your frontal lobe. Just thinking, how can I improve? What can be better? What is all this about? It is about doing now, sacrificing for now to improve in the future. For us, for everybody around us, for the world as a whole, if everybody got on the same wavelength, it would just be constant goals being accomplished. Constant mountains being climbed. Check marks off the box. Improve. This goes back to diet, water, exercise, good thoughts, feeding your brain. This all kind of correlates the big puzzle. We're just slamming pieces in together, slowly trying to figure it out. Using stuff like this to pinpoint an idea to come back and be like, yo, this is what we're supposed to be doing to help improve ourselves, those around us. Love, peace, understanding, being gracious, being humble. What is going on? Wah! Smash the like, I guess, if you want. That'd be cool. Or follow, maybe. Who cares? Have you ever been followed? Kind of scary, but not online. It's like totally what you want. But in real life, it's fucked up, dude. Don't be following me, all right? But online, this shit's tight. Like, just keep them coming. Just keep the thumbs up, bro. We just love the thumbs up, and like, it means so much. Constant self-improvement through thoughts, actions, talking it out, working it out, thoughts out loud. What you're doing now, at any moment, is not for the now, but for what you will become. Good motto, good idea, good quote. Good. Self-improve on the daily. Get in that mindset of constantly doing these little things to constantly improve for a latter date. Oh yeah. I read a book last few weeks. An Eye for Winners. This is an interesting concept. How I built one of America's greatest direct mail businesses. Lilian Vernon. Now, Lilian Vernon is world famous. I never heard of her before I read her book. Maybe I have, but I didn't acknowledge that she was anybody. I'm all into business books, and that is another business book that's probably pretty good. But her story is interesting. You know, she was born in Austria during Nazi Germany, was forced to leave, went to the Netherlands, had to leave there, ended up in New York, and was the first woman-founded business to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. Cool stuff. She made a ton of money. And she implemented everything. And her thing was, she had an eye for winners. Through her mail order catalog, she would travel all over the world. And she had something in her gut. And when she'd see something, she knew it would be a hit. And she built everything from her kitchen table. That being said, there's a lot you can learn from that, right? Anybody can do anything. She started that in the 50s. We're in the year 2022. And you too, from your kitchen table, can start something to change the world that some dude, 70 years later is going to be reading and be like, oh, you're so awesome. Wow, dude. So, but I picked it up and was interested, and it was good. I would suggest reading it if you're into business, successful businesses, because she's got the track record to prove it, and just ideas, concepts, themes, types of quarrels and stuff that come along that go with any business, and it's good to have an outside perspective. My biggest thing with books is basically it's your only chance to get in the mind of some of the greats. Now, you could maybe do that with a bunch of conversation, but really to sit down with anybody, you got to have some sort of relationship, or they got to trust you enough to spend their time with you to get into them. But books are that gateway to get into the minds of the greats, and Miss Lilian Vernon was a great one, I'm supposing. I don't know. I mean, I know she made a ton of money and she was very successful, so I'll just go with that. And reading her book, it seems like she was right? So she's got it all figured out. So, read more books. Been watching this whole week. The Black Society Trilogy by Takashi Miyake. I think I said that right. Anyway, he's a director who I've spoken about before. This is it's called V Cinema. So it's 3 movies, and a trilogy from like 95, 96, 97 that all went straight from his camera to the home video market, so the VCRs. And because of that, he was given like free reign artistically to do the types of art films that he wants. Now, Shinjuku Triad Society, Rainy Dog, and Ley Lines are the three movies in this. And you kind of have your head probably wrapped around what a trilogy is, and it's like, a continuing story. And this isn't necessarily that. It's the story of, like, it's like a Yakuza Mafia movie, but then they are in China, so it includes the Triad. And so it's kind of like Asian Mafia films. But the way that this dude goes about doing stuff is so impressive. The lighting, the handheld camera shots, the characters. I mean, his whole thing is just about the characters. Really interesting people. Now, the first movie is insane. There's a bunch of rape scenes, bloody murders, male prostitutes. And I was like, whoa, dude, like I wasn't ready for this, right? But his other movies are like beautiful and somber. And, the hero hitman with a young child. And just really, really good stuff. Heartfelt, artsy. And I'm not saying anything that doesn't know about him already knows. The man's done 100 movies. He's directed 100 fucking movies. So these are three of the 100, right? 3%. And they're good. I definitely check him out. I definitely check out him as a director and his forms of art. And I know he has like an autobiography, but I guess it's only in Japanese. I'd be interested in reading that too, because he seems like an interesting character. And the way he presents his art and is an artist is super dope. So definitely peep him out. Also, I went to the movies and I saw, just out of the random, I hadn't seen any commercials for it, but it's like a Japanimation called Belle. And it came out this year, and it was like playing in the theater here. It was like really quick. I think it was only in theaters Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went on Sunday. And it's like a virtual reality Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, where people are stuck in this offline world and fighting the qualms of artificial intelligence and the metaverse. Like, dude, it's on some next level. But it was fun. It's kind of cool too, because I was all up on this Japan film stuff, so to watch some Japanimation in theaters is always cool. And I picked up, kind of randomly, Wind River with Jeremy Renner. This is a pretty cool little sleeper film. It's basically like this hunter, he works for the Fish and Game, and he's in the mountains of Wyoming in a snowstorm. And it's a chilling thriller that follows a rookie FBI agent who teams up with a game tracker with deep community ties and a haunted past to investigate the mysterious killing of a local girl on a remote Native American reservation. So the premise is basically he's out there looking for like bobcats or something and finds some girl who's barefoot, frozen to death, and they got to figure it out, right? And there's all these weird laws with the reservations and the FBI and the Fish and Game, and the dudes who did it kind of like live on the reservation but on non-federal land, like oil drilling or something. I don't know, something crazy, but you could totally believe it if that's even a thing. And it's just kind of a cool little movie, right? But the gun scenes, dude, the Mexican standoff, it's so intense. That moment is really, really good in this film. And I think that's what this thing is all about. That's why I'm about it, right? It's got a really high Fresh Tomato score as well. But if you're down, definitely check out Wind River. That being said, stay amazing, try your hardest, do your best, read more books, stay humble, stay gracious, work for now to know the results in the future will help today to let somebody in 55 years read a book about you and how awesome you did. Podcast. Jebuth.